Hey, so I'm gonna show you how to both make something that you want to make, a worksheet, and then turn it into a document they can work on. And it just takes, or there's an easy other quick way to do stuff. So I'm gonna show you both. The long way and the short way. It just depends on what you're doing and if somebody already made a doc that you like. So if you want to make your own document, first you actually strangely have to start off in drawing, and that is in here. So you just click new, more, and Google Drawings, right? It'll open it up. I already titled it page one of Do Now. Now, when it opens, it won't look exactly like this. It'll have the transparent background, but the shape won't be the same. You actually have to go to File, Page Setup, and then you need to choose Custom because you have all these other sizes, but that's not what you want. You want it custom to 8.5 by 11 because that's the size of paper. So if you did have to basically print this out, it wouldn't mess you up. So all I did was I started inserting shapes and then messing with those. So I inserted, um, you know, this rectangle, but I could insert other things. And then let's say I wanted one down here, which I don't. I'm gonna end up deleting this, but just to show you what I was doing. Sometimes this will fill in with, it'll have a color. So you just click on this and it'll go transparent. If I want to mess with the line, I could turn it a certain color and then I could make it really thick. It looks like basically the program learned what I was doing every time and it already turned it transparent and it already gave me the thickness I wanted. So that's kind of funny that Google Drawings learns what you're doing. But yeah, I'm going to delete this now because I don't actually want it there. I'll also insert text boxes that I need, that will instruct the kids and prompt them what I want them to do in this actual document. So anything I don't want to move, my instructions, my shapes, anything like that, I should do on the drawing right now if I'm making my own document in the end. So, um, what was your summer reading book? As if they read. It's so funny. And so if you look, they can zoom in and they can see what it is that I want them to know. And here when I inserted this, I just inserted the rectangle and then I put a text box on top of it. So nothing fancy. And so now I'm going to insert one more text box so that all my shapes have a prompt. Because I'm sure that's real. And I like that it's transparent. I don't have to have a box around that too. And they should be able to figure out that these different prompts go to the shape that they're next to. So you do that, and then you're going to do a download it. And I download it as a JPEG. You could download it as a PNG. I haven't tried downloading it as a PDF. This is just how I was taught on TikTok. So now it's downloaded, and now I'm going to go to a Google Slide. So just like I said, it's not the right shape. And so what I need to do is go to File again, and I'll mess with the page setup. And I'm going to go to Custom. And now when they overlay with each other, it'll work. I'm going to get rid of these text boxes because I don't need them. It looks like since I zoomed in on this, that it, stayed zoomed in. But okay. And I'm going to call this Do Now. I always like to title everything before I lose it. And I'm like, what happened? Okay. And then I'm going to, actually, you'd think that I would insert the image, but I'm not. You're actually going to mess with the background of it. And that's where we're going to choose an image. And we'll go to Browse. So you can insert an image the other way, right? You just click insert, but if you do it as a background, then it won't move. And that's what we're really looking for, is to insert it and those pieces will not move now. If I did this and I inserted an image, I'd be able to click on this and move it side to side and the kids would be able to mess with it. because I inserted it as a background like this, I changed it and put the image in that way. It doesn't move, it becomes a part of the document, which is great because now I can mess with it. And here's the thing, like, you need to choose Google Slides to do this because it's the one that has the feature to add text boxes and it lets you add this background. So most of what you do will be done on the Google Drawing. If you are going to make your own. And then, like, once you get over to here to Google Slides, it's just put it in a background and add your text boxes. And this, yeah, the kids could move that around, but if they want credit, they're going to keep it in the correct shape and they won't mess with it. So that will be on them. And I just put type here because I don't want them asking me, like, well, how do I add a text box? And it didn't work. And, you know, it just turns into how many things can I teach the kids to do? I really don't want to have to teach them extra stuff. They're already going to have to learn enough with remote learning. Clearly, I need to learn how to zoom out. Let's see. Okay, like that. So, yeah, that's how you make it so that it doesn't move except for the text boxes. That's the only thing that they'd be able to move. But that makes sense because they need to be able to edit it. They need to be able to give you a response. So that's one way. If you're creating your own getting to know you activity, reflection piece, whatever, that's how you do that. But if it was just, I'm just going to add another page. If it was just something you liked on the internet that you saw and it was a worksheet, you could also do that. So let's just look up scientific method worksheet. And then exactly, it could be like a PDF or something. So I open it and now I'm going to try to download it because I think it's going to work the same way. I'm going to right click it and just save it because, yeah, it's an image. And so I should be able to just do the same thing I showed you before on my slide. So it's all clear. I took away those text boxes and I should be able to change the background, choose an image, browse, and it should be the scientific method one. Good. So now it's a part of this. And I go like that. And again, like, yeah, they can mess with this, but of course, that's just the way it is. But this, look, they can't do anything to that part, the main worksheet that you wanted. And it looks nice. You didn't have to create all these boxes because, like, listen, is it fun to spend time on stuff like this? Sure, if I have the time. But if I just want to use what somebody else already did and it looks good and it works, then perfect. Like, whatever works for us is what we should be doing. Sometimes I got the time to do this, other times I don't. And I just want to use what's what. Like, we're going to use Sam's plans. Awesome. I'm pumped. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you about how to make that doc. I hope that helped.